Look.
I started recording and then it went right to you. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Daddy Home. I'm Justin Jones. With me today, of course, Natalie Moon.
Hello.
We got Big Vlad in the house.
What's up?
And Jimmy Solesky, my favorite guy.
The timekeeper.
The timekeeper.
The watcher of times. The clock stopper.
The narrator of Twilight.
The clock starter.
The cock starter.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
People love
those
you.
days are over for me, dude. I'm the cock stopper now.
You give off like season 2, like 2-episode, like romantic interest vibes.
Okay, yeah. Like the guy
Yeah.
that's not around for long, but just long enough to like
Yeah, fuck things up. in
forward the plot.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll take that.
I think he'd
That's
be
like my
the
actual
friendly
life.
guy that gets fucked over. He'd be like Lon Hammond in The Notebook.
Oh,
You
yeah.
guys- Yeah, the guy that was like super nice and did nothing to nobody
Nothing
and got
did-
fucked over
Didn't-
so
he was
bad.
totally the better guy the
She
whole
just
time.
ran away
Yeah,
for a
yeah.
guy that looked like a hobo. Like, are
Yeah.
you kidding me?
Yeah,
he
she
was
just
crazy.
Went
still
back to
upset
Pete
about that.
Davidson.
Yeah, that's all me. It's all me. Nice to meet you guys.
Sorry, Lon.
Delaware. I do have a sponsor for the show. I need to shout this out real quick. Sponsors for this episode, Life Spice at the Port Comedy Club every Sunday. Doors open at 2. Show starts at 2:30. The Port Comedy Club, located at 813 South Broadway, Baltimore, Maryland. Fun
out.
variety show. Yeah, shout out good guys. and
Shout out to Matt Hurley.
Matt Hurley.
And all the ghosts in the club.
Ooh,
Oh,
spooky.
Dude, did I ever tell you the story how I first saw the Port Comedy Club? I was
No.
at a cigar club, just like
Okay.
hanging out. And my girlfriend was away for like 2 weeks in Hawaii. I like decided to like stay home. And I was like having like one of those like existential crisis moments where I was like, dude, I'm like done working. I'm done doing all this shit. Like, what the fuck am I gonna do now? And like, I already beat like the video game I bought to like keep myself company. And then
Yeah.
I got like an Instagram like ad for like a comedy show, and I was like, oh shit, there's a comedy club at the Port.
Yeah.
And I literally just started going like 4 nights in a row.
It's awesome.
And
It's really convenient. I mean, it's right downtown, easy to get to.
Yeah.
Especially if you're in that area, it's super easy.
It's
So,
literally part of the reason why I started doing open mics.
that's awesome.
I just saw a bunch of comics like back and forth, like back to back, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh shit, I could probably do this.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know who was performing, but
Do
maybe
you remember who your favorites were?
Well, I've known Law for a while,
Mm-hmm.
and like we went to like middle school and high school together.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's funny. Well, he like
What was he like in middle school?
is exactly the same.
Really?
Like, he
Same
literally
height.
has-
That's
yeah,
amazing.
No. That whole joke about witchcraft, like that shit's true. Like he used to be captain of the basketball team.
Law was
That guy
taller in middle school.
That's
Yeah, right.
amazing.
But he opened up with that joke. I don't know if you guys know that one, but
Yeah.
immediately I was like, oh my god, that's so, because like I knew him and everything, so it was like extra funny to me. And then like knowing him for like such a long time and seeing him like go up on stage and like crush like that,
Yeah.
that's when I was like, oh fuck yeah, I got to give this a shot.
He's very serious about his comedy career. Like I think he actually dropped out of school or something, and like is committed to like he just writes. No, he was a teacher. That's what it was, and he stopped working in the school system and just got a job at a bookstore, and he writes this like all the time.
I think
that's awesome.
Yeah, no, he's awesome. He makes me so like inspired in such a goofy way. But like I started like that. Like I went to the open mics at Max's, and then I met Matt, and he was like, "You should do comedy." And I was like, and then I waited like 2 weeks, and then I started doing the open mics there. So I mean, I started the same way, but like my favorite was Nick Oka.
Oh yeah.
I loved him. He was my favorite. Him and Roberto. And now it's so exciting to like be friends with these people. It's the best part about comedy for me because I'm just such a silly fucking optimistic bozo.
It's nice. Sometimes it could be bad though, because like you meet the people and you're kind of like, oh, this dude's an asshole.
Oh yeah, but I still love them because they're entertaining.
Yeah,
It's
that's true.
nice.
Yeah.
Until they're not, and you're like, oh, I've heard this joke 20 times. Like, change your fucking material. Write some new stuff.
Oh.
For some people, not everybody. I mean, like Roberto writes a lot of stuff, but like other local comedians sometimes stick to the same stuff over and over. Sometimes for decades.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like me, for example, I will do the same jokes I've been doing for 10 years. So maybe I need to write new stuff. I don't know. What do you think?
Yes, always.
Yes, always. All right.
I
well,
think you should write for an hour a day like Seinfeld.
Oh, I don't have that. I'm too old and tired for that.
What? Just do it in bed.
Yeah, do it in bed. That's what she said.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Isn't that what I'm supposed to say?
I mean, I think about jokes while I'm falling asleep. I write jokes in bed all the time.
I do too, actually. I just like put them in my phone real quick. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I talk into my phone, like I have a recorder, and I talk into it, and then my wife's like, "Shut the fuck up."
That makes
She
sense.
gets all mad at me.
She seems lovely.
No, she's cool. Like she's all right. She's my mommy. She got some money. You know what I'm saying? She's my sugar mommy. Take care of me. I'm her baby. I'm her baby boy.
How do you guys write, by the way? Because I started doing this stuff like 4 weeks ago. So like for me, it was just I had like a funny thought or like something funny happened. I would just put like 2 sentences in my phone, and then like when I'm hanging out with a cigar, I'll like expand on it and try it out at open mics. But what about you guys? I'm curious to see what the tenured professionals are doing.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of what I do. I come up with like I would hear something on the radio like about how they're trying to ban ghost guns or whatever, and I'm like, oh, that's funny, like because there's a lot of murders in Baltimore, and there's probably going to be ghosts. Like, why would they get rid of ghost guns? So I was like, oh, ghost guns getting banned. Like, there's so many murders in Baltimore, like that, and I would just stop it and then go back and try to like format a joke out of it.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense because like you're taking away like the one weapon you have against them.
Right, exactly.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, that was just one example of how I would kind of like come up with an idea and save it in my phone. Mm-hmm. And then you go to the mics and you just like to do the bit and see how it goes and, listen to it. I go back and listen to it and then sort of edit it a little bit if I need to or see where I got the laughs. But try to do it like multiple times at different mics and maybe say things differently at times. It depends on the crowd too. I don't know.
Hell yeah.
But you're talking to a guy who's been doing the same jokes for many, many years, so.
Well, you said you took a little break from doing like open mics, right?
Oh yeah, I had to. It was draining on my soul.
Really?
Well, yeah, if you don't do well, it hurts sometimes. Like I'm very sensitive. People don't notice about me, but I'm a very sensitive man. And it hurts. Like you don't do well and you're like, "Oh man, fuck these people, like I'm just not good enough. I'll never be fired for being an SNL writer." Or like
I'm just not racist enough.
I'm not gonna make it. Like and it hurts because as you get older too, you're kind of like, man, fuck this. Like, where's my life going? Like, what?
So why get into comedy in the first place then? Because like obviously you get up on stage, you're gonna have the the risk of just.
I didn't really realize that. I guess when I started, because it was so long ago, I was very young. And for me personally, like I did it because I was single, and I was like, this would look good on an internet like dating profile. I was like, I do stand-up comedy, and it worked. I got a lot of dates because girls were like, oh, that's so cool. You're funny, and you do, like, comedy. Oh, wow.
It is an aphrodisiac.
Yeah,
when
and I got
dudes find
so
out I'm
many-
a comedian, they're like, no. I'm like, yeah.
And you know
I'm
your
like,
stuff, too. Like,
George Carlin, and they're like, I'm hard.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Do you ever get like the opposite reaction? Do you get like some guys be like, oh, I bet you talk about your pussy the whole time. You must not be funny.
I get that, and then I'm like, shut the fuck up. And then they're like, all right, never mind.
Get like that about you, too. They're
Yeah,
like,
if I'm
you're
mean to
dominant.
them, they're fine with it.
Probably like that, yeah.
A little bit, yeah, because I feel like whenever I tell people I'm a comedian, they expect me to be mean to them. But I'm so nice, like, all the time, like, to a fault, that it's like, I'm sorry, I'm misleading.
Yeah, like, you kill them with kindness. That's like the best like antidote to someone's poison.
Basically, like,
Yeah, people are toxic, and you're just, like, nice to them nonstop. It's
even
pretty
the
hard.
comedians that are like just like bitter and like grumpy all the time, I am
There
so
are some.
cutesy and sweet. I'm like, ha.
But then they think you're flirting with them probably, and then they get obsessed with you, and they try to, like, stalk you, and,
Okay.
you know?
That happens, but who
Yeah.
cares?
I'm just saying, because you being you, like, if I did it, they wouldn't stalk me. Like, if I'm, like, all nice to all the mean comics, they're not
Yeah.
going to, like, try to, like, hook up with me.
Maybe.
Hey, it's not too late.
No, maybe. You're right.
We can give you a makeover. We can like Natalie Moonify you.
Go get, like, tan. Go to the tan
Hell
bed.
yeah.
You could be
Go to the
on
gym. Start working out.
GTL.
You
Hell
just
yeah.
could be on an episode of Queer Eye.
Basically.
Yeah, they could, like, fix
But
my
Jersey
hair.
Shore edition.
Dude, like living with my girlfriend now, we watched like so much trash TV together.
Yeah.
I like we just started was like Too Hot to Handle or like not Hot Ones. It's whatever, like the dating show where like they can't like have sex.
Oh,
Yeah.
that sounds like a crazy show. I don't like that one.
Oh, it's good because like apparently there's been like 4 seasons of it. Yeah, so it's like been around for a while. And like the latest season, they had like a bunch of people go on this like fake like dating show where like Mario Lopez was like, you need to audition to my like adrenaline junkie like sex show, and it's gonna be like a dating show, and they're like, I can't wait to like jump out of helicopters and like fuck. And then like for the first episode is like half of that like is like 30 minutes of them like being excited that they're on this like new like dating show, and then like Mario Lopez like comes out, he's like, fuck, like, sorry, psych, you're on this like show and you can't fuck, and everyone's like, oh shit, like can I get out of this contract?
Oh, that sounds crazy. Is that on like Netflix or something?
Yeah.
One of those shit. Oh,
How much are these people fucking that when they find out they can't fuck for 2 weeks, they're like, I can't do that. I
Yeah.
can't,
Well,
like-
they're all like Instagram models. Like even like the dudes, they're all like 23 and just like all they
They're
do is like
banging a
partying.
lot.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Like none of them have jobs either. Like
Yeah.
there's only like one person on there that like has like an actual job, and she's like a little older than everybody else, and she gets like no screen time because she's like not fun at all. 'Cause she's probably thinking like, damn, I got like reports I got to do when I get back off the show.
Yeah. The game show's like 4 hours long. They're like, I can't fuck for 4 hours, bro.
Yeah.
What the fuck am I supposed to do? I'm hot.
and they can't live tweet or like live stream or anything.
Yeah,
That's
they're,
got to
like,
be hard
completely-
too. That's
yeah,
not
they're
probably-
completely isolated.
Yeah.
And well, they have there's a pool of money for all the contestants. It's like $250,000, and every time they break a rule, like if they kiss, like
Nah,
they
I know.
lose like $5,000, and like if they fuck, they lose like like $50,000 or something like that.
I
And
think
like
you should just be eliminated if you fuck. Isn't that the whole
Yeah.
point of the show?
well, yeah, but they give them like
They're like, all right,
well, the point of the
$50
show is
bucks.
like they're all having flings and they're not having like meaningful relationships. So like they're like the rules of the show are to like make them to yeah, exactly.
Damn, call me out.
But like they're supposed to like actually form like meaningful relationships on it. So it's like sometimes they'll have like a green light to be like, you guys can like break all the rules you want tonight, like if you guys like behave like for one day. But like the show is supposed to be like 2 weeks long, and like by like the third episode they had like $2 left.
wow.
But then they get to have sex. So
Yeah,
is it
well,
worth
people-
it?
Did they
Well, they
regain
started-
the money?
We haven't finished it,
Oh my god.
but
Okay. Well, no
I hope so.
spoilers,
But
I
it
guess.
doesn't like say like in the rules like if you lose money, this is how you win it back or anything like that. Like,
well,
is
they
that,
like they fuck with them because like there's one like they wait until like they like kind of like pair up with people that they're actually like interested in. They get to know each other more, and then they bring like new people onto like the show that are like way hotter than like the original contestants,
Oh my
and they
God.
like make like there's like a couple, right, like the hot girl and the hot guy. And like they're actually like hitting it off, and then they bring like an even hotter dude onto the like island, and he's like,
That sounds
I
like
wanna go
the
on a date with
Bachelorette
her. Yeah.
Paradise
He's
Island
like,
show.
I have a 9-pack. That guy only has an 8-pack. And
Yeah,
she's
that's
like,
right.
I gotta fuck him now.
well, it's funny because like
Yep.
all the guys were like pretty good looking, and then they're like, all right, what can we do? We're like, we're just gonna bring on a good looking dude covered in tattoos, make
Oh,
it even
no.
edgier. And of course, like the sleaziest girl on the show, where like every guy like wants to like be with her. She's like, I mean, I think I'm kind of interested in him now. Like after she like already made like a connection with like the sweet dude. So like you just kind of like realized you're like, oh shit, this is like they're just all trash people.
That's
Yeah.
relatable. though.
Damn. Oh, that's because my wife is into those kind of shows too. Like she watches Bachelorette, Fantasy Island, Paradise Island, where like they hook up and then they bring the other people. They're kind of like what you just said, basically, but without the sex, really. And all like the Kardashians, 90 Day Fiance,
Love the Kardashians.
watching all that shit. So I kind of know what you mean. Like when you're in a relationship with a woman, this is for guys, or I
This is
guess
for the
women too.
Calling all men.
Calling all men. When you're in a relationship with women, like you will watch shows that are like girly.
Yeah. Guys,
Yeah.
tap in.
And women be shopping.
They do. Women be shopping
Women
for real.
be shopping.
Women. Some women be hoarding. Like
Hoarding?
Yeah, my wife hoards big time. We have like 5 bins filled with purses that she never uses.
Oh no.
She just buys them and just like puts them away.
Dude, that's my mom. So my mom like lives like right down the street from here, and I'll see her like a couple times a month, and I'll get my she cuts my hair and everything.
Cute.
That's
And
nice.
well, I go and I see like my old room, and it's like she like installed like a padlock on the door. I'm like, what the fuck's going on here?
Oh
Are you
shit!
like
She doesn't want you in there.
well, like I remember one day I was just like I saw her keys out. I'm like, I need to go see. I had like art and stuff in that room that I left over, and I have like I'm one of those weird kids that played with bugs. So I
That's
had
weird.
like a butterfly collection and shit, and I was like, oh, I want that for my office.
Like a serial killer, kind of.
yeah.
No, taxidermy's cool. Fuck off.
All right.
All right.
Well, I remember like going into like my room, and like literally you couldn't walk an inch because like the whole thing was like the like surplus aisle of like Nordstrom Rack. It was just clothes, like with still tags on them. And I'm like, did you steal half this shit? Like, what are you doing?
No,
She like slams the door real quick. She's like, never go in there again.
Yeah.
This goes back to our theory from your show where we said that men are hunters and women are gatherers.
Yes, exactly.
Whoa.
That is why women
Wise.
like to hoard. Women be hoarding.
Women be hoarding.
What if guys start hoarding? Does that?
No, we hunt, bro.
Okay.
We hunt.
Yeah, but we hoard like different shit. We hoard stuff like we should throw away, like old
We hoard,
socks and underwear.
we hoard
and shit.
women.
Like I used to hoard porn cassettes, videos, VHS cassettes of like pornos. I used to have boxes of that.
Oh yeah, but that's different.
That's
That was
collecting.
back.
That's collecting.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Collecting.
Yeah. We don't hoard stuff. We collect.
We hoard practical
it.
things like tools and things
Yeah.
that are useful.
Comic books.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I might need this screwdriver that came for one piece of furniture somewhere down the line.
Yeah, like you
know,
should
you
get
gotta
the
drive a
hex
screw.
wrench with like shitty IKEA furniture, and like it's the same hex wrench for like every IKEA furniture you've ever had. But you're like, I need to keep this. One day I'll have to use this again instead of having like a whole like set of them.
With like the Allen wrenches
When
and
I'll need
stuff.
three Phillips head screwdrivers and a butt plug. You never know when you're gonna need all that.
That's right.
Exactly.
At the same time.
Keep it handy. I also got to say at this point, dude, I was really expecting you to have like a thick Russian accent by the name, and this is kind of
I
blowing
can
my
talk
mind.
like this for the rest of the show.
Yeah, are you Ukrainian?
Ukrainian, yeah.
Are you full-blooded Ukrainian, like 100%?
Oh, I was born there, yeah.
No, no way.
Yeah. So I came to the United States in
There we go.
96, 97.
Oh shit.
But I was young, so like that's why I don't really have an accent anymore. But like if I get pulled over, I'm like, "What seems to be problem, officer?"
Like you're They probably think you're Russian or something, and they're like, "You're a commie. Get out." That's the
It's gonna be
problem.
the same shit soon anyway.
Yeah, I guess.
Unfortunately,
you're
man.
right.
Yeah.
That's sad. Sad what's going on over there. Because my family was from I want to say Odessa.
That's
But
where I was born.
that's
I was
like-
born in Yuzhny. It's a small village.
That's like my
north of
great
Odessa.
great grandparents were from there, and eventually they came to America. Like when the Russians started killing Jews and stuff in the early 1900s. That's when my
Not
family
cool.
left. Not cool. No.
Also, like so overdone. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
very hacky of
It
the
is.
Russians.
Leave the
Yeah.
Jewish people
I
alone.
mean,
Like, give them a
God.
break.
Yeah, come on, man. The Egyptians did it first.
Yeah, exactly. They just so jumped the shark. Like it's over. Like give it up. All right. That's when like Kanye was bashing Jews. It's like really.
What is everyone's problem? It's like they're just the butt of the joke all the time.
Well, that's the thing, because like if you
Jealousy.
insult like
Almost
Jew-
makes you wonder.
Is it because they're so like ancient civilization that like newer cultures are threatened by them?
Oh,
No,
Yeah,
I
the
think
rest
they
of the
just
world's just
don't.
haters.
No, they
We're
just
haters.
don't fucking fight back. Like,
Yeah.
like you say the N word in front of like a black person, they'll fuck you
They'll
up.
yeah.
But if you call like a Jew, they're like, okay, so like,
Yeah.
my credit score is still better than yours. Like, they have the final laugh. You
I
know,
went
Rent
to
is late,
college.
dog. Where you at?
Because we have the money now, I guess. But I mean, like, it took us a long time to get there. Like, there were slaves, like 5,000, 6,000 years. It just, and it's kind of like with African Americans now. Maybe in 5,000 years, they'll be the ones that are like with all the
Controlling the
money,
banks.
diamonds, and everything. I mean, we won't know. We'll be dead, but
You know something like kick ass about Jewish people though? They fucking are awesome at running the mob. Like the Jewish
yeah.
mob in New York was so successful.
My grandpa would
and
hang out with them, actually.
seamless.
they're good accountants.
Like they were incredible at doing both
Yep.
the gangster stuff and the business stuff. It was like if you combined like Paul Castellano with John Gotti, that was it. That was how they ran it. It was so like flawless.
They're
Like,
also
good-
really,
the
really good
Jewish
at
mob
running the
fucked it
media.
up.
They're like really
Exact-
good at that.
You know what? Honestly, yeah. Who has that? Do you guys know who has that joke about? Is it Benny? Benny.
Probably. Benny
I think he has this
Hashem or
joke about
Kuroki.
how like he wishes that black people had a better like stereotype because Jewish people have cool ones,
Yeah.
like running the media and having all the money and
Oh,
everything.
black people have some pretty cool
They
ones.
have the best
too.
ones.
They have like the biggest dicks and they're like good athletes. Those are good like
Good
stereotypes.
dancers.
Yeah, like they
There's
can jump. They're good dancers.
They
They're
are
good
soulful.
musicians.
Jewish people are like what, meek and like
Yeah,
they
like-
have bad
Like
stereotypes.
twitchy and like nervous.
They're like low key compliments, but they're like all from an offensive
Look at-
angle. It's
wait,
like,
wait, wait.
oh,
Backhanded
you run
compliments.
everything. They're
Yeah.
backhanded compliments.
Look
There's no
at
good,
Adam
like-
Friesman. That man is not meek or like he's not dainty. He's like a big old beefy Jewish man.
Who?
I know.
Adam Friesman?
No,
I
he's
swear
not.
you know. Yes, he is.
He's tall.
He's got
He's tall
thighs
and he's
like
like-
redwoods.
Yeah,
he's a
he
big
does have thick thighs.
dude.
He's like
That's
100
the first.
pounds.
That's
He
the first
used to.
thing I noticed
He
about
used
him.
Jews
to
are
do
known for
like
thick thighs.
Okay, that is true. Yeah.
Thick
Dude, there's no
thighs,
good
baby.
like Ukrainian stereotypes. Like I'm sure there's going to be some like now, but like I can't like. There's Russian stereotypes that are like you're a spy and stuff, but like the
Yeah.
Ukrainian
Yeah.
ones, it's like you're good at receiving government assistance. I don't
You're
know.
good on
Hey.
they're good on reality shows. Like the 90 Day Fiance show, there's always
Oh
like
yeah, that's a good
5 or
point.
6 women that are from the Ukraine.
Everybody from the Ukraine on those shows are hot too. So
Yeah,
it's like you
they're
guys got
gorgeous
that
women.
going for you.
Yeah,
Even the guys.
I will never date like a Ukrainian Russian woman.
They're kind of wild. They seem kind of crazy sometimes.
Well, it's more like I grew up like my mom raised me, right? Like my like I didn't really have a dad growing up because my stepdad he passed away when I was pretty young.
Oh, that's
but like
sad.
for me, it is what it is.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, it's sad, but besides the point, like I grew up with like a Russian Ukrainian woman, and that shit is terrible.
Yeah, they hit you a lot, and they like
hell yeah, dude.
They burn you with cigars and shit like that, and just like they pour hot water on your crotch. They do crazy shit. Like I
Yeah.
know. Like I'm
Sorry I had to go through all that.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
your
what
I'm
has
sorry
your life been?
I'm sorry your crotch got burned with hot water. It's so sad.
I know,
I'm
man.
So sad.
I was like, I wish I was circumcised. My mom's like, we fixed this.
Yeah, she uncircumcised you.
Slaps you. She slaps you around and knocks you out, and then she does it. Ugh.
Well, it's funny. So like my mom did hit me, but like she didn't like fuck me up, but she like embarrassed me because she would never like slap me like in private unless I like backtalked her or something when I was like an angsty teenager. But when I was like a kid and I would like misbehave.
Yeah.
She'd be like, "We go to the grocery store now." I'm like, "Oh no," because that was like a public execution.
Oh,
she would like
shit.
wait until like we're in like the middle aisle where it's like super busy, and she'd be like, "All right, it's time to get your ass whooped," and just start like beating, like literally like slapping my ass in front of strangers to like embarrass me to like know, so I know like
Wow.
not to like fuck around and like misbehave because it's like I'm just gonna be embarrassed the whole thing because I would embarrass her like in public. By like throwing a tantrum or something, when I
Like
was, a
pulling
little
down your
kid.
pants and pooping on the floor or stuff like that.
Yeah.
No,
That's
no.
so embarrassing.
Yeah, why would you even do that, dude? And it's like,
I would do it to
Well,
embarrass
it was-
my family.
Well, no, it was great because like it actually did teach me like, all right, no, I get it. Like if I'm like feeling a type of way, like I need to like keep my shit together and like not misbehave just because I like didn't get my way or something. And it was good because it was like the public shaming because like it didn't hurt me like physically, it just hurt like my pride.
emotionally, mentally.
And that's why you're getting into comedy now. So that's perfect. Yeah, that really
Honestly.
explains
I love
it.
how that's like the opposite of every other parent, where it's
Yeah.
like they like if you misbehave in public, they're like, "Wait till we get in fucking private. I'm whooping that ass." You would misbehave in private, and she's like, "We're going to
we're going to the gallows. Yeah.
Come and fucking meet me at Pump 9."
Maybe she had to go shopping too, though.
It
Like,
was
it kinda
definitely part of that. Yeah.
Killed 2 birds with 1 stone, really.
Yeah. As I got older, I like started like realizing like, oh, I know, like we just went to the grocery store. I can fuck around right now.
Yeah. Oh, that's smart.
She can't beat my ass at like in the kitchen because I memorized like all her moves. I was just like bob and weave the whole
My
time.
mom can't afford to beat my ass again. She's already spent money on groceries.
That's
this
right.
week.
Yeah.
You can't afford it.
But it's funny though because like I talked about like the public shaming of it. Like it didn't like emotionally scar me. Like I look back to it and I'm like think it's like really funny. But it also like made me like not afraid to be embarrassed anymore. Because like at first I was trying to like be like a strong like prisoner like to the torture. Like she's smacking my ass like in front of like every like she was like whipping me right. And like in front of people at the grocery store, and I was like trying not to like cry. I was like looking at them like, I will endure this. You will not break me. And then people were like, oh, you must have misbehaved. I'm like, oh, that hurt.
So yeah, actually, it's funny because like I noticed you are kind of like a big, thick dude. Like you must lift. So I have a new segment for this episode called Gym Talk.
Oh hell yeah, dude.
Do
I
you
love this.
do you guys work out?
Yeah.
Not hard anymore.
I
like
do.
my body's like broken.
I'd say, but you look like you did lift at some point. You're very like thick. I'm not trying to like flirt with you or anything. I'm just saying you look very healthy and in shape. I know, Natalie, I follow you on Instagram, so I know you go to the gym like every day.
Every day, sometimes twice a day.
Yeah, I've noticed. I've
I
seen your
am,
pics. It's very cool that you're doing that. It's
Yeah,
good
I
for
have
you.
I have a photo shoot next weekend, and then I'm going to New York, and I want to look very good for that. So
Well, yeah, no doubt, no doubt. And
Yeah.
Jimmy, you're always in shape. You wrestled for a long time, and
Oh, shout out, dude.
Try to keep it together. Did you wrestle as well?
Hell yeah, man. I wasn't good, but it was
It's very
fun.
Ukrainian of you. Where'd you wrestle?
I'll wrestle at Delaney.
Oh shit! I went to Towson.
Oh,
Wait, how
oh
old are you,
God.
I'm 29.
dude? I think I know you. I wrestled at Towson High. I was class of 2010.
Oh, nice, man.
Oh
That's
shit!
so-
Were you the
You
guy that
guys should
checked my
wrestle.
oil and I got DQ'd for beating somebody?
Hold the
Okay.
fuck up. What weight class were you?
I was 45 and 52.
Dude, that's what I was. I
hell
think
yeah,
we
dude.
fucking wrestled.
Probably.
What's your last name?
I'm not gonna say on the show.
Oh my god! Off the show, you
Off the
gotta
show.
tell me.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was friends with Ryan McTeer
Oh,
and
hell
Brandon
yeah,
Phillips
dude.
and Michael Persinger and all those guys.
Hell yeah, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, that's great. Yeah, I see Brandon a bunch. I don't see Ryan that much, and I haven't seen Persinger or his dad in like a couple of years. But
Yeah.
No, I wrestled
Wow.
for like I think like just like 2 seasons, and then I had like an internship when I was in school, so I like kind of like dropped all sports just to, like do that, so that way I could like.
Dude,
get,
you
like,
guys
credits
wrestled in
and
high
shit.
school. That's crazy.
I think we wrestled each other. I'm pretty
Probably,
sure
man.
we wrestled
I
each
bet.
other.
you
at
look
the
like you're in
Dome
the same weight class. I could see that.
at the time. Yeah, I was 52.
Yeah.
But okay, holy shit,
What do you weigh now?
fucking 205,
Oh hell
210.
yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Dude,
but it's
I was-
mostly muscle, dude. You're not fat like me. You don't have a big gut. Like you're really like in good shape.
It's a good dispersion of fat and muscle. I'm definitely not
In all the right places.
in all the right places. I'm definitely
yeah.
not the old senior year of high school build.
Dude,
by
I
any
was
stretch.
so I had to cut like 13 pounds like day of meets because I was supposed to be like 52, but we had a good 52
Young Ju Lee.
wrestler.
The Korean guy.
Yeah, no, yeah. Byung was great. He's like actually like a pretty good jiu-jitsu player now at
Okay,
Crazy
cool.
88. But they would like make me cut down to like 45 just to like fill in the spot, and they're like, just don't get pinned because I wasn't good, and they like focused all like the attention on like guys like Mike Ryan and Brandon. So they're like, listen, we're not going to show you pins. We're just going to show you how not to get pinned. I'm like, all right, coach, I got it. The season that I stopped wrestling, I literally put on like 30 pounds in like 2 weeks.
Dude, that's nuts.
You don't have to
Yeah,
worry
that's
about
how it
your
goes,
diet.
man. That's how it goes. I came back from winter break. I was 168 and I had to be 154 and like that's just the way it was.
Did you guys wear trash bags and run around in trash bags and
Yeah.
stuff to sweat?
Yeah. We had like a old shower in the locker room. Like it was like one of those like big like open like group shower things.
And then the coach would come in and like massage you and stuff.
That's right. Yeah.
I've heard about that. It happened at Penn State. Yeah.
Well, we would turn like all the shower heads on to like the hottest they can go. So it's like a steam room, and you put like your sweats on, your warm ups. You put like a winter coat on. And you just like jump rope and like sprawl and do that for like an hour and shed a bunch of weight.
Yeah.
But like
Sounds
you're like 16, 17 years old doing this shit. Like you shouldn't be doing that. Like it's good for like the mental toughness part, but like you say I'm big, I'm not actually like that big. Like for people my size, like I'm only like 180 pounds, 190 pounds. Like I've never like gone like over 200 pounds like a day in my life. And it's really tough for me to put on weight. And I
you
think
guys
that-
are
that's
pussies.
part
I'm
of it.
220. y'all a bunch of like lightweights. Damn. You hear that? You hear how skinny these guys are?
I think we're at a
I don't know.
tag team wrestling match right now, dude.
I like.
Yeah.
I want you guys to wrestle. That's all I'm thinking about. I just want to see it happen.
Not gonna happen.
Oh no, is it because of all the injuries, or you just don't want to lose?
Both.
Yo, I like how you like to. I like how you like to like shame him for like.
I don't know why.
shaking
Why
it.
am I
It was like-
bullying
'cause,
you
like,
right
don't
now?
Because you don't want to lose.
I'm sorry. He was saying that he wasn't good.
All right,
I'm
fair
trying to
enough.
pity you.
You know that Towson and Delaney are like ultimate rivals.
Oh,
Dude.
for sure, man.
We lost to you guys by 1 point my senior year. 1 point, 32 to 31. I was
Oh.
pissed off.
Well,
Just
did you
filled with
graduate in
vengeance
12?
now.
I graduated in 10.
10? Oh, okay, gotcha.
And you said you were 09?
no, I was 12.
You were 12. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So I'm 2 years older than you.
Yep, yep.
2017.
Yeah, so I probably wrestled you my first year. So my first year, I had to wrestle varsity.
Varsity?
Yeah.
So that would have been that would have, I think, maybe been my, no,
Would have been like your
junior year.
year.
Junior year. Got you.
Oh wow! I can't wait to go on YouTube to try to find it.
We're going to have to find the old stats.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's available. I'm
It
sure it's
probably
online
is, yeah,
somewhere.
Yeah, I haven't looked at. Well, it's funny. Like after I like wrestled, it's like I still wanted to do something. I was working at Basta Pasta, like where it was down the street. So
don't know.
the chef there, he was Thai, and I remember we just kind of like were talking about fighting, and he grew up in Thailand fighting Muay
Oh,
Thai,
shit.
and he was like, hey, like if you want to like learn how to strike, I'll like teach you shit.
And
like,
he
the
made
parking
you
lot.
wear like sexy clothes and oiled you up. He's like,
Yeah,
now
yeah.
kick me.
Yeah, he gave me breast implants and
Yeah.
made me a ladyboy.
Yeah,
Official tie.
sounds right.
This
yeah.
is the horniest I've ever heard you on the show. This is
I'm just
amazing.
try- I'm trying-
what
I'm
is
trying to
Vlad
get-
doing to you right now?
I'm trying to get more listeners, and I feel like if you make shows sexual, people like that kind of stuff.
This gym talk segment has really panned out. I gotta
It's
tell you.
where
I
I
like
used to
it.
really
I
say
like
it.
the gym talk.
How much can you guys bench?
I think the most I ever did was like 310.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Oh,
but
dude.
I've
The
never
most
been
I ever
into
did was
like.
275.
Oh, all right.
All right, let's wrestle.
310. Yeah, I'm about 3. I do like 315, 320.
Hell
So
yeah,
that's
dude.
not 310's good. I mean, that's all right. I'm a little bit more, but I'm also heavier. I'm like 2 something.
Well, how
so.
long are your arms? Like, put your arm out. Yeah, that's like cheating, dude. You
don't
gotta
think
You
move-
got
dude, you
short
gotta-
arms, bro.
Yeah, look. Like I
Your
have
arms,
to,
dude.
I have to do like an
gotta
entire
move
half rep
fucking
more
this-
than you, just to get a full rep in.
You know how many more newtons of force we have to exert? Mass
No,
times acceleration.
no, I don't know.
Well, so that's-
'cause I'm
so-
not well educated. I don't know that stuff.
So you know it's interesting, like talking about like people's
Yeah.
advantages and like different things. So like one of my buddies, shout out Derek Legrand, champion junior national powerlifter. But there's like always a joke where it's like the best deadlifters in like the sport of powerlifting are usually like Asian dudes because their arms are like super super long, but they're also like the worst benchers. So like if they're deadlifting, it's like it's easier because their arms like go down to the ground more, so they have more mechanical advantage for like the hinge point for the deadlift. But for like so they have like massive like 600 700 pound deadlifts, but they're like bench press is like 300 pounds like relative, so it's like not that impressive.
Weak.
Yo, this is like Joe Rogan talk, kind of.
Yeah.
This is cool though. Like I feel like we're crossing over to like that market, and then we also are talking like sexy stuff. So we're doing like,
We're keeping it sexy. We're keeping it manly.
yeah, I think a lot of
Manly?
like
We're just having a silly
like
goose
it.
time.
it's gonna be popular.
Sexy goose time.
Yeah,
There
we
we
have.
go.
Dude, this
That's
is hot.
it. It's the sexy goose hour.
If I didn't know
Sexy
any better,
good
I'd
stuff.
say I might want a cigarette, please.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, you're getting all like hot and bothered.
Well,
You
yeah.
need
It's
smoke.
Are
like,
you
you
gonna
know
do
how. Like,
shots this time?
oh my god, that was the most unnecessary hangover.
Was that on Wednesday?
ever.
yeah. I drove to Nottingham's drunk. I was just
That's
vibing.
a terrible idea.
It's fine. It's good to get there drunk because then you don't have to pay for their expensive drinks because
Yeah.
any drink over $10 doesn't count for the ladies specials. And I drink tequila and it's like $14 a shot. And I'm like, ah.
Oh, that was
bullshit.
Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you fucking left.
Yeah,
You drove
I
all that
didn't-
way, and you're like, nah.
Yeah.
You were
know,
up in like 2 comics too.
I know too. I literally was just like, I want to go home so bad. I was out like, because I had been up since 4 a.m. So I was just like, I don't want to
Yeah,
do
that's tough.
this.
We
I
wound
can't
up-
believe you did a fucking 2.5 hour podcast and then drove up there to do comedy. That's crazy. You're wild. I
It
don't
was
have that
fine.
kind of energy.
Honestly, I was on a lot of cocaine.
oh well, that
That'll help.
I was on a
It'll
lot
help.
of coke.
Yeah.
I
rolled
hear that
into
helps.
this studio just after doing like 6 bumps in my car, and I was like,
Like, let's go.
let's fucking go. Yeah, basically.
Witchcraft. Let's go.
Yeah.
Sam and Chris wound up hanging out for another like hour and a half, easy,
Oh
still
my God.
drinking. So it was just
That's sick. That's fun though. I kind of wish I
ill-advised.
would have stayed. I should have stayed, but I invited you, and I knew I had to go out there, so I was like, "Damn it!"
So for those of you listening, on Wednesday there was a new podcast that was being recorded in the studio with Sam, whose name I'm going to remember. I can't.
Sam
believe-
Kelly.
I always forget her last name. Sam Kelly was a Baltimore DMV comedian. She's also like heavy into like tarot card reading and witchcraft and seances and sacrifices and stuff. So her show,
we all?
Info Warlocks,
yes.
will be available on like,
for your magic.
yeah.
When
It's
will
good.
it be?
That's a great name.
When's it coming? I have a.
Well, episode 1's on YouTube.
Sam has some unreconcilable technical difficulties, so we may not see the second episode until the third episode that we just did might not be out for another like week or two.
All right, so if you're looking for something else to watch after this, check out Info Warlocks.
Info
on
Wars.
Info Wars.
Well, if you're waiting for the
War-
Info Warlocks,
Oh,
check
it's
out
gonna be
Alex
a while.
Jones in the meantime.
Yeah, and then watch Info
Yeah.
Warlocks, the new DMV podcast, live streaming show. It's interesting, very interesting. Sam's a very like cool, fun person, very interesting personality. Her comedy is very edgy and dark, so I think a lot of listeners of this would really enjoy it. Actually,
Oh yeah.
Or she invited me to be on the show on Wednesday.
This past Wednesday? Or
Yeah,
next Wednesday?
yeah. I just couldn't make it out
Well, come next time.
because you guys were talking about vampires and shit supposedly.
Yeah.
And I know, like Natalie, you're really into vampires.
I am a
Did you tell her about Jim Morrison and all that?
I didn't talk about it on the podcast, but like I didn't tell her. I think I might have. Honestly,
mentioned it.
Well, yeah, the Jim Morrison would be a vampire thing. Yeah,
Yeah, because I told her
sure.
to. I asked
I'm still
her. I
believing
told
in
her
it.
to ask you about that. I was
Yeah.
like, how you have this whole deep theory and
I
stuff.
have like a whole shrine to Jim Morrison though. Like in my bedroom, I have like a framed picture of his grave, and then a picture of him in like a really dope fur coat. But I also have a picture of Keith Moon in a really dope fur coat. So it's like they go back and forth.
That actually wants me to start this new segment that we're doing called Music Talk. Music talk. You got that music talk. You got the music talk. Yeah. Now, Vlad, I heard you used to be a lead singer of a death metal band.
That's right, man.
Mass Grave.
That's like the new one that me and my buddies started, but we didn't like literally do anything.
It was like a
And
project.
It's like a project. It's still like around, but like my buddy, he got married. My other buddy had a kid, and like I'm just a lazy piece of shit. So
Oh my God, that's like that Bryan Adams song.
Oh, yeah.
Jimmy quit and Joey got married.
Yeah.
yeah, pretty much.
Summer
man.
of '69.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That's some
Nice.
music talk.
Nice.
But that's
Yeah.
cool. Like
We
that
had a
you're into that.
grindcore band like back in the day, with like it was kind of just like a garage band with like me and my two buddies when we were in high school. We were called the Salted Slugs. And we just like every single song was completely made up, but like the song names still stayed the same. And like the funny part was like we would go to my buddy's parents' house in Parkville, and they were like a super Christian household.
Oh, I'm sure they love that you guys were playing there.
Well, like they would all like play music. Like the dad was like a blue collar guy, and he was like, "Yeah, you kids like are staying away from drugs and alcohol. Like it's cool." And like like we would like pray like at the dinner table every night. We were like spending the night there and stuff. But like I just remember like we're talking about like, Lord, thank you very much for the food. And then like an hour later, like you hear from the garage like, "What the fuck is up? We're the Salted Slugs. This next song is called Force Fed Animal Rectums."
Say no to drugs. Say yes to slugs.
Hell yeah, dude.
That should have been your motto.
That would have been good.
Yeah, man, it was a wild time, but yeah, I've always wanted to do like something creative, and like music was a big thing for it. I did like a bunch of like features on like my friends' bands and projects and stuff back in the day, and then I just wanted to do something creative, and like music, it was tough to do, especially like I live in like in a building now, so it's like if I'm like practicing like death metal vocals, like people are probably gonna call the cops and shit.
Yeah, I think someone's getting beaten.
No,
or
you're
murdered.
fine. Baltimore
Yeah.
people don't call the cops.
Yeah, but I live in like a kind of like a bougie place.
Oh,
So-
Yeah, they would definitely call
Yeah.
the cops. Or they would noise complaint big time. Like, yeah, it wouldn't work out.
Well, no, I'll just like see on next door like passive aggressive shit like, "Oh, this like the unit above us has such a fucking weird dog.
That's not a dog.
Got that dog in me, dog."
Word. Yeah, fuck yeah. That's what Daddy Home's about, that dog lifestyle. Hell
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Smoking cigars.
Dude, I remember, you know how like you see like the like there are inside you there are two wolves.
Yeah.
I've seen like that meme template, and it's like inside you there are two wolves and they are both gay.
I've never seen that, but that's pretty funny.
And true.
Yeah.
Because, well, wolves, I don't think wolves are gay.
I think
Are
they
they?
can
Why
be.
not?
I just didn't think in like, because they can't breed. And then like well, maybe if they're captive and domesticated, they could be gay. But in real life, like out in the real world, I don't think wolves would be gay.
I don't know, dude. Like if you think about it, like dude dogs like hump other dude dogs, so that's like
Whoa,
that's
yeah.
like homosexual practice right there. You know,
I think they do that as a joke, though. I think
Yeah,
that's
it's more like dog humor.
Yeah.
Dog
Yeah.
Homo.
Yeah.
It's
They're
like
a little-
it's the same thing as like a dog just doing like the jerk off motion. Like,
Yeah,
to their
yeah,
friends.
yeah.
They're like, "Hey, watch this."
Yeah, they assert dominance, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
With humor.
So it's not love, it's just more like
Lust.
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 Or humor, like you said.
Dude,
Or like we're
my
funny.
best friend lives like right down like below us in our building, and he like just started dating his girlfriend. She's got this little like Jack Russell Terrier, and like he was telling me how like his other buddies would like mess with like the dog and stuff, and she's like, "Yeah, like my girlfriend really doesn't like my friend because he like fucks around with the dog and stuff." I'm like, "All right, I know exactly what I need to do." So I like come over like to the first time, and Harley, the dog's name, she's like playing with me and she like likes me a lot. She starts humping me and like his girlfriend's like, hey, stop that. And I'm like, no, I know what I need to do. So I grab her by the hips and like get down this tiny little dog and I start like pretending to hump her.
Oh,
she
shit.
like looks mortified and like my buddy Austin is just looking at me like, should have never fucking told him.
No. Do you ever do that thing where you put peanut butter on your penis and then the dog licks it off? That's a cool prank. That's hilarious.
That
man.
is really a way to get your friends going.
Yo, you should do that. That'd be funny as shit. Like you go in there, okay, so like your pants are off, your underwear is off, you walk in, you're like, hey, where's the peanut butter? And you go to their cabinet, you grab the peanut butter, you stick your dick in it, and
Just
then you're
right
like,
in it.
you call the dog. I guess the dog's name would be like, I don't know, like Pepper or
Spot.
something,
Yeah.
like
Sparky.
Barky or Wolfie or whatever.
You like name the dog Slut.
Yeah, slutty, and then you have the dog lick it off, and then you have them film it and put it on TikTok. You'll go viral so fast.
Easily viral. Totally viral.
It's a great
I
prank.
just want to say, don't do that.
Why? It'd be so funny. It'd be,
People would call the police.
I don't know, guys.
so-
Are we really going to listen to the only woman in the room?
No,
I know. Let's
I'm
be
only
honest.
here
Yeah,
to
it's
be cute. It's fine.
No, you're probably
you're
right
pretty-
about that.
Yeah, I guess
Probably stay
people
away
they
from
they
that.
call like the
Yeah.
animal cruelty.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's not cruel. The dog's eating.
Yeah, they don't
It's
care.
not, they don't care. And
Yeah,
it's not
but-
like it's not like you're sodomizing it or anything.
It's more like animal owner cruelty because you're really being cruel to the owner,
yep.
which is not a crime to be cruel to a dog owner.
Nope.
There-
so
there was
what are
a-
they going to
there
do?
was a
Charge you
joke
for that?
that-
Yeah.
Well, there was a joke about that. I can't. Like one of the famous comedians like did the whole thing where it's like, oh yeah, like you put peanut butter on your nuts or whatever, and the dog's like, oh, why do you got to do this? You know I'm gonna lick it. Like,
Was that Chris Rock? Maybe.
Sounds like
yeah.
Dave Attell.
Yeah, it's one of those guys. I mean, it's like like almost like cliche at this point because like
Maybe George Carlin. It sounds like a George Carlin bit. Something he really like. You know, because he's so smart, but then sometimes he likes to talk about like dogs licking balls and stuff.
That's because of how smart he is, dude.
Yeah.
Because he knows that that's real.
Well, sometimes I think it's part of his like comedy style. Like he dumbs it down a little bit to lower your expectations, and then he hits you with something super smart and funny, and people are like, "What the fuck? Whoa!" Because that's why he's the best, one of the best. I don't know him, like comedian Alabama. You guys know Alabama from the Comedy Factory?
Yes.
That dude's one of the best. There's like a lot just in this area alone that are just great.
hey, here's a question.
Sandy Bernstein, she's hilarious.
Oh, she is great.
She's great with all her like old people jokes. She's like, "What's the deal with banana bread?
Dude, you
I
know-
mean, how do you get a banana in bread?" So funny.
Dude, she is like old school because she actually had like business cards with her.
Yeah,
'Cause
I have 3 of them in my house.
Oh hell yeah.
She's
I
so
collect them
fun.
and I put them into like drawings at restaurants
It's like
and stuff.
a shrine.
Yeah, that's a
shrine to
great
Sandy.
idea.
Are business cards done? I still use business cards.
I think they're over.
You're so professional.
Unless you have like the QR code on it.
I do.
Yeah.
I don't think she does.
No, she.
No, you have to call her.
Well, no,
Yeah.
she's got her Instagram handle on it though. That's because that's what I did. I had the card. I looked her up on my phone, followed her and stuff.
Nah, my business card is just handing my phone to people. I'm like, put your Insta in.
Yeah, put it in. Exactly. That's
You guys
I don't
need to
know.
up it up. Come on. You got to have some business cards.
I got
Nah.
business cards, but it's got like my actual phone number on there, and I'm like, that's not going out anywhere.
no. You get a lot of prank calls.
Well, I already get like calls in like the middle of the day or like sometimes at night or on the weekends too for work because I'm kind of like on call. most
Yeah,
of the
because you're in
time.
like the health profession,
yeah,
like the
so it's-
nursing profession. You work in like an elderly home or something. For
Yeah,
old
no,
people.
I mean I work in the operating room, but it's like
I was trying to throw people off the scent of what you do.
that. I mean,
That's why I was lying.
That's all right. It's all right.
You work with the elderly people at the retirement home.
I
You must
actually-
love my elderly suicide jokes.
Ooh, well, let's hear them.
They're great.
But here's a question though: what is the first comic or like comedy show you guys ever went to? Do you guys remember?
Yes. I went and saw fucking Rob Schneider for the first time ever on a sugar date whenever I was a sugar baby in Pensacola, Florida.
Oh damn!
The tickets were $7 each, and I got drunk on limeritas.
Oh hell yeah! He must not have been that much of a
Oh,
sugar
it was-
daddy though. If he's spending
Well,
$7
I didn't-
on tickets.
I just asked to go because he was there, and I was like, I don't like Rob Schneider specifically, but I've got to go see him. And
Oh,
it was
hell yeah.
so bad. I was the entire time he was just complaining about how all of his friends are richer than him. And I was like, yeah, I can see why. And then I saw him like
true.
he's doing a segment on Fox News. And I was like, oh boy,
yeah,
this is where he's going.
He's very to the right. I didn't
Oh,
realize
yeah,
that
yeah,
until I
he
met
is.
him, but yeah, because he came to Magoobies and actually sold a lot of tickets when he was there, like years ago. And yeah, he's politically to the right. Does not like Obama. Did not like Bill Clinton.
It would make sense that all of his friends fucking hate him.
Yeah, like no shit.
Like what? Yeah, no. Why would Chris Rock and David Spade want to hang out with that guy? They what? No.
Yeah.
But then I saw John Mulaney in New
nice.
Orleans, and I love John Mulaney. I have him tattooed on me, and I've seen him live 3 times.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh yeah, he's sick. I absolutely fucking love John Mulaney. Everything about him, from the drug use, all of it. Just he's so sick.
That's crazy. I was thinking about, because I went to a lot of like open mics and saw those kind of shows, but I think like national like touring. I remember going to the Baltimore Comedy Factory and seeing like Rob Cantrell, but that's not like a big name. That's like the biggest name when I was going to the club.
Yeah.
But it was like a New Year's Eve show.
Okay.
So I think that might be the first show that I went to.
Nice. I think the first show I ever went to was like Chris D'Elia when he was like pretty big.
Yeah.
Before all that shit
Something
happened.
happened with him. I don't
still
know.
love him. I don't
Well,
care.
Is he like some sort of like a sex offender? Like, is he's friends with like Andrew Tate or something?
No, it wasn't that. I think it was like he was just like people outed him for like just like hitting up like questionably young women and just like being like just a
Predatory
like,
with
creep.
his. He
Yeah.
was using his status to sleep with women of all ages.
Well, it was funny because like, we went and saw him. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
So
God.
overplayed. But
and it's like, I think about it, like, if I was 17 and I hit up Chris D'Elia and he hit me back up and was like, come to my hotel room, I absolutely would have gone. And it's like, it's not defending him, but I can understand where in that situation it would be easy.
Yeah.
Because, like, anyway.
Well, it also happened like during like the peak of like cancel culture too.
Mm-hmm.
So like
Yeah.
just as like Me Too and all that stuff was happening like for the first time where everyone was like kind of like up in arms and like it was fresh on everyone's emotions, like that stuff happened and it was like terrible timing for him too
Yeah.
because his career was like shooting off.
And he just played a sexual predator on You season 2, where he was literally like murdered
yeah.
for sleeping with underage girls.
Anyone ever heard of method acting?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Give
it's
the guy a break.
Yeah, no, it's just the same as how Austin Butler is stuck with a fucking country accent now.
Man, well, it's funny though because like that's like the first one that I know I went to, but the first one I actually remember is I saw Nick DiPaolo at Magoobies, and it was right after the Freddie Gray riots.
Oh
And-
Lord.
yeah, well,
Nice.
I'm pretty sure it was like me and one other guy were the only ones laughing during his entire set. Like to me, like everything's funny, but he just like had like not the right room for it, and it was all about like the riots, like that, like almost his entire set was that.
Was it in Baltimore he did it?
It was at Magoobies.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but it was dude,
That's
yeah.
ballsy.
When I worked at Magoobies, like doing their sound and like security, like I would always request off whenever he came. I can't sit through his set. I'm not a fan of his at all.
What, Nick DiPaolo?
Yeah, I just can't stand him. I don't know.
For me, it wasn't like
I don't like his jokes. I don't think he's funny, but I understand people do like his style. I just don't like his style.
yeah, it was interesting because like for me, like I can see why. Like there's like certain comics to me where it's like I don't laugh at their stuff, but I'll like sit and listen because like they're just like telling me how to think and I'm just kind of going on like this little ride thing and it's just interesting too, like see like life from a different point of view and like its artistic expression and whatnot.
Nick
But,
DiPaolo
like,
sometimes to me though comes off as kind of hateful. Like he's not funny. He's just like bitter.
well, he made like a joke about the riots and like nobody laughed and he's like, that's all right. You guys want to live in a safe space? I live in a hate bunker. And I was like, that's fucking hilarious. Like to me,
yeah.
like the fact that no one was laughing was the funniest thing to me. Because
is.
like I'm sure he's just like sitting there watching Fox News during like the coverage of like Baltimore on fire, and he's like, "Oh fuck yeah, this is gonna be great. I'm gonna kill this shit." And then he gets on, and he's like, "Ooh, that did not go how I thought."
I don't think he even cares.
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't. He just says whatever he wants to say and just doesn't give a shit. He's getting paid, whatever.
Yeah. Well, plus like you probably have like thoughts in your head, and you're like, "I just want to get these out there and like express myself." Like, and half of them you probably don't even like believe in them. That you just like it's an observation that you think is
Yeah.
just like humorful because of like just the way things are, right?
With him though, I can't tell. I don't know. That's just me personally.
Cantrell.
I can't trail him, yo. Rob Cantrell, who isn't even around anymore. I don't think. I don't even know if he's doing comedy.
The name does not.
He was on Last Comic Standing, and he did really well. And then he was on the reboot of Last Comic Standing and got like booed off because he pulled out his notebook, and Roseanne Barr was like, "Oh, you're disqualified. You can't have a notebook of jokes." Then he got popular again from that, and I don't know. He has some albums out and whatever. He was okay. He's funny. A lot of weed humor. Imagine that.
And things only went up for Roseanne from there. So I mean,
yeah, that was about that began like her downfall. That show and that comment when she made fun of him. And that was it for her. She's gone now. I don't know. Oh, Roseanne Barr. She was so talented too.
still is.
Yeah. Remember the Roseanne show?
I love that show.
It was great. But then they
Nick
had to
at
kill
Night,
her
baby.
off because she was all like,
Oh, I'm
The
talking about
controversy.
the original Roseanne.
yeah,
show.
that one. And then they do Connors, I guess, is the new one.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of crazy that she's obviously like the person in the show, and then they kill her off, and then it's just like a bunch of like side characters for the rest of the.
How did they kill her off? I've never
Pills.
watched it, but the pills.
They said she like died from a pill addiction.
She's just like gone one episode. They're like, oh, her. Oh, yeah. She's just
Yeah,
a
it's
It's
pill
like
head.
how they
Opioid
killed off
addiction.
Charlie Sheen by like what? He got hit by a train or something?
Yeah, something stupid.
What?
I think they wanted to make like a political message too with that.
The train or the pills?
The pills.
The train definitely. Like, do not walk on train tracks.
Don't do it.
Something I wanted to do, Vlad. I know you really shouldn't be using your last name with your career, like when you're performing. But maybe I was thinking like we could think of a new stage like last name for you, like
Yeah, dude, I was thinking just Vlad.
Vlad. Like
Yeah.
you're
Vlad.
giving up for Vlad. Yeah, that could work.
Just Vlad, yeah.
What about comedian Vlad? Like you're an urban comic. Like give it up for comedian Vladimir.
That's not my name, though. My name is Vladislav.
Oh, really?
Vladimir's a Russian name, yeah.
My apologies.
It's okay. Don't ever
Well, I'm
fucking
going with
do it again,
Vlad.
though.
I'm going with Vlad. Comedian
What if you
Vlad.
went by Vladislav though? That would be sick. That's
Yeah,
so it's
yeah, but-
eloquent. I like it.
Yeah, but like my biggest pet peeve, which I shouldn't have, but I just can't help it, is like repeating my name like more than twice. To
Yeah, it's
somebody.
annoying.
And like anytime I have to be like, oh, it's Vladislav, they're like, what?
What?
It's Brad. I'm like, Flag. Everyone says like, oh, Flag. I'm like, who the fuck do you think's name is Flag? Seriously.
I mean, it's comedy. You never know.
yeah, I mean,
Right.
We
it's
did
true.
have a guy named Milk the other night. So
Really?
no, the first time I was hosting at Fell's Tavern, and he just wrote Milk on the sign up sheet. So whenever I went to like look for him, I had no idea who this guy was. All I knew it just said Milk, so I thought somebody just fucking wrote that to fuck with me. So I ended up bumping him for fucking Matt Pennington, and then he comes in and he's like, "Oh gosh."
It's like, yo, I'm Milk. What the fuck?
No, he was so sad, and
was
that
sour
made
milk.
it.
How?
It
He was
made me
crying over
so
spilled milk.
sad. It was like, oh no. He was like, yeah, you guys bumped me, and I was like,
Well, maybe he should have like introduced himself to you also. Like that helps.
But
like,
it's rough being a new comic. It's a little intimidating. Everybody knows each other, and it's like
Yeah.
if somebody's not immediately friendly to you, it's a little bit scary because it's like I don't know you, and like
Yeah,
a
there's
lot of
cliques.
a lot of the jokes and stuff are kind of aggressive, and it makes people like, oh, I don't know. Well, I don't know. I'm friendly to everybody. so it was
did
just-
Milk actually end up performing?
He did.
Was he like kind of funny? Or I guess he's a new comic, so it's probably like harder for him to like come right out and like hit like bang those jokes out and like knock out the crowd.
I lit him early,
Aw.
to
Oh,
say
Milky.
the least. Yeah, Kevin let him go because Kevin's nicer than me. But
Yeah, I'm not nice at all.
No,
I'm like, yo,
I'm
you're
a-
fucking bombing. The crowd's leaving. Get the fuck off
This
stage.
is not the Milky Way,
it's
bro.
because
Get
well,
outta
it's
here.
rough with somewhere like Fell's Tavern because it is it's a free show in a bar scene. So it's like if you can't keep the crowd's attention, they'll leave.
They'll leave. Yeah, you need
And-
to have like good performers.
Exactly. That's why you need like a host with a lot of high energy and everything. It's a good place to be when there's a good crowd. So it's important to keep that there.
Yo,
It's kinda-
shout out to me real quick.
Yo.
I didn't mean to cut you off, but yo,
No,
February 3rd, I'm going to be hosting
Oh fuck
at
yeah!
Max's. Yeah, because
Wait, Max's.
Yeah, Max's Tap House.
Oh,
What
really?
What were you talking about?
Well, I was talking about Fells Point Tavern. That's
I
that's
don't
the
know.
new dojo. It's run by Roberto Reed.
Oh, I'm doing the one that what's his name was doing for a while, but then he stopped, and then Jeff King is taking over.
Is Jeff officially taking over?
Yeah, for a while,
So-
but on February 3rd, he has a gig out of town, so I'm going to
Okay.
be hosting that night.
Is Bill Franks at all still involved with that?
I don't know. I don't think so. No, well, maybe, but he's not going to be like doing it for a long time again.
If he's not involved with it, I would consider going. But I am.
But yeah, I know.
am still. And I think most people, especially in the comedy scene, are.
Well, I'm gonna
it.
go on Facebook and make an event and invite people. So
I mean,
that should work.
But you do need to make it clear about who is involved, because there are people who are just against working with Bill for moral reasons,
he had
and that's
some
important.
issues.
But it's more than just some issues. If safety and police start getting involved with things,
True.
it is important to keep that moral standpoint.
Well, from now on,
you have to
me
set
and
a
Jeff.
precedent.
It's just the Jeff King and Justin Jones show. That's how I'm gonna.
Jeff King and Justin, I swear to fucking God, if I roll up and Bill Franks is there, I will spit in his face again, and I will throw a chair at him again.
That's cool, and I'll be like, that's part of the act. I'll tell people it was like a sketch.
It's a living. Yeah, just something
It's a sketch.
Flintstonesy.
It's sketch comedy. Like, this is hilarious, people.
I don't know like any of these people. I'm like kind of like just brand new here, so I'm
Oh,
just
yeah.
listening
Cool. That's
to all
what this is
drama.
all
I'm like,
about.
okay.
That's what it's about, this show. We just inside talk, and people listen, and they don't know what we're talking about. So
Yeah.
it's great.
Forewarning, don't make jokes about my vagina on stage.
Yeah, do not talk about
Don't
her,
do it.
her
Reverse
vajayjay.
psychology.
No, there was a comedian who was like talking shit about her pussy, and
It wasn't talking shit about it. It was talking about how it made him pre-cum in his pants.
yeah, it's creepy shit.
Fucking gross.
Interesting.
It probably really did though.
Yeah, I mean, he did, like, okay, he followed me to the Rockwell one time, and, like, while I was, like, drinking, doing shots and everything and dancing, and he was just filming me and, like, taking pictures of me the entire time, and I didn't know him that well, and I was just like, what the fuck is
Was it
happening?
doing like upskirts and stuff?
No,
Oh, okay,
no.
that's
I mean,
good.
but I was just, like, kind of just trying to live.
You're like,
It
dude, I'm
was-
trying to have fun. Like, it's like
'cause he's
paparazzi
also-
almost.
It was weird, yeah. And then
You're like,
like
"Get
my
the fucking
Rockwell
camera."
friends were like surrounding me because they were like, "This dude's fucking weird," and I'm like, "I know."
Yeah.
But like I had just started comedy, I was trying to be cool with everybody, and now I really don't care about being cool with everybody because I'm
no,
just
you gotta
like,
look out for yourself, your own
no.
well-being.
my own well-being, my safety, because it was like literally I wasn't allowed to go back to Max's, not because I was banned, but because of my safety, because Bill was like so fucking like
Yeah, he was getting
psychotic
crazy.
about me.
Yeah, he's got issues.
So it's
up
like,
there.
no, he needs to be out of comedy for his own mental health. Like,
Yeah,
he can't
I do
fucking
worry
handle this
sometimes that
shit.
he's gonna go postal.
Yeah, no.
I
A lot of people are
told-
worried about
I've-
that. It's a big reason people are not going to Max's because he's unpredictable.
You know, I didn't even think about that. I guess he could still show up if he wanted to.
Exactly.
So maybe, yeah, don't come out
Like,
to that show.
see, that's why I go to Fells Point Tavern
No, that's
because it's
cool. I
like
get it.
I'm secure there. I'm safe there.
Yeah,
The
you are.
port, I can go there as much as I want. Like my name's on the wall, his isn't.
All right. Well, I'm going to be there February 3rd. And if Bill's there, he and I are okay. Like, he doesn't have beef with me at all. Like, we're cool,
He's
whatever.
never
He likes my
said anything
pictures.
creepy to you or
No,
anything?
if he does, I think it's funny, probably,
Yeah.
honestly.
You
I
can
get a
talk
good-
about your pussy.
Yeah, I talk about like Roberto having a gay roommate and he thinks it's funny and like all kinds of shit. Like he and I get along pretty well. And on that level, like we don't talk more than Roberto's gay roommate. Other than that, like that's it. So, I mean, it's cool. If he shows out or comes out that night for me, like I'm not worried for my. Also, I'm good at karate and shit.
yeah, for sure.
Plus, I'll be lifting weights and stuff.
I mean, you bench press. What would you say? 380? You bench press like
It
380?
was close to that,
390?
maybe like 372 or something.
372. Oh, you're doing kilograms.
No, past pounds, 372.
Kilograms are heavier.
Yeah, but that's a weird weight to lift in
Well,
pounds.
I mean, I'm a weird lifter. I'm a weird guy. I'm a twitchy and weird, and I lift weird ways. So
Just don't understand my mentality, bro.
yeah, son. That's why I got this shirt on today. Hold on, let me go
Trouble
my camera.
one.
Trouble one. You know, there's like thing one, thing 2. I'm trouble one.
Trouble one.
I'm looking for my trouble 2 though.
Yeah.
Right there, Natalie. Yo, trouble 2.
And then your motto could be like, yo, make it double. And then she walks in with the trouble two.
Yeah, with like a bat, like a Negan from The Walking Dead with barbed wire on it. Yeah, hell yeah, like the one we have in the studio actually. But that's something a little bit different. It doesn't have the barbed wire. But anyway, whatever.
I want
Anyway,
to carry that around with me.
be like, yo, what's up, trouble
That's
2
my
in the
new accessory.
house?
I don't like carrying purses, but I'd carry that around with me.
You would
That thing's
definitely
intense.
get.
My friend made it wrong. He has
Yeah.
the heads of the nails sticking out. It's supposed to be the other way around.
That still hurt like fuck though.
That's still gonna hurt.
Oh, it'll hurt. Yeah, no doubt.
but
It'd
you
fuck
want
you
the
up.
spikes.
But
coming
like,
out.
Like it. We can just sharpen them.
So for those of you listening, in the studio, there's a baseball bat with
Should I
nails.
just go get it?
Yeah, you want to go get it?
nails
I really want it.
in it in case, like someone comes in here, you want to kill a rat or something. I
Yeah,
guess.
be fucked up.
You come in here,
bitch.
You fuck with the wrong people, yo. You get fucking smashed.
Pull
son.
up. Pull up on the
this.
studio uninvited to see what
Yeah.
happens.
See what happens, motherfuckers. See what happens. Your ass get beat. You got me with my Trouble One muscles. I think we're gonna go to the camera now. Camera
three. Trouble 1 to camera 3.
Camera 3 for those of you on YouTube.
My favorite thing in the world. I want this in my house. I need this.
That is what we're talking about. The bat with the nails.
Yeah, and that's actually a good bat. My friend just took it and did that, and I was like, that was my uncle's like.
Oh, that's
LA
like a
Dodgers
legit
baseball
Louisville
bat,
slugger
yeah.
too.
That's
yeah.
kind of fucked up.
He didn't know, but like it's got like his name in it and stuff too. Like he has it like engraved, and I was like,
this is super nice. Yeah.
dude, like why'd you do that?
This is so sick.
He was like, a Christmas gift for you. I love you so much, man.
Yeah, he did give me a credit. He gave me that like bottle opener thing over there. He's a good guy.
This is the best.
Scott.
thing in the
So, real quick, you need a stage name, right? Vlad something. Vlad.
I'm thinking just Vlad.
I feel like the one syllable. I think you need at least 2 syllables though. I can't think of any famous comedians with 1 syllable names.
Yeah.
I
What
don't
about
know.
Mencia?
I don't really
Vlad
care about
Mencia.
the-
What's your
Yeah,
last
the-
initial? Can we get that?
Huh?
Can we get your last initial?
No.
Does it rhyme with E?
Vlad
Okay.
E.
I was thinking like Vladdy
Vladdy.
V or something, or like Vladdy
That
something.
sounds like a DJ name.
It does.
They're gonna think you're like a Ukrainian,
Maybe you should go by
like,
DJ
hip-hop
Vlad.
DJ.
I like know nothing about being a DJ though.
Just take a death metal.
What about
singer that you like.
Vladislav?
I've worked with enough DJs.
Oh,
you literally
that's my
just
name.
pick from a playlist.
I
At
know.
this point, it's not even a job anymore.
But it's not like Vladislav. It's like Vladislav. People would never get that wrong. Be like, yo, I should go see Vladislav. He's fucking
It's funny.
sick.
I was trying to.
That is kinda cool.
because
Yeah.
I don't have any like Instagram like presence for comedy because I don't have like any pictures or like anything because I'm just like an open micer. But I was looking through Instagram. I was like, oh, I need like a handle that would be good for just comedy stuff. And I tried to get Funny Slav. It was fucking taken, but it won't even show that it's taken. I like typed it in once to see if it was there. Nothing popped up, and I like tried to like put it in, and it was like
Did you add 69 to the end of it? Like Funny Slav 69.
Did you try that?
I should have.
Or fun E Slav instead. Like do a little play on the spelling.
Maybe.
I'm just saying, you have a lot like Vladitel or Vlad. I think Vlad Mullen would be good.
Dude, I love Nick Mullen.
Yeah,
He's
that's
so
what I'm
funny.
saying. Like, but you could spell it different. You don't
I
have to
mean,
spell it the same way.
I picked a musician that I liked last name and went with
Yeah.
that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm after Keith Moon.
Yeah,
You
her
make
last
Vlad-
name
The
drummer
isn't
from The
actually
Who.
Moon. Her
Yeah.
last name is Wood.
No, but it's fine. That doesn't
would.
matter. I'm
Portman.
completely estranged from my dad, so I wanted to change my last name anyways. So
Yeah.
Moon it is.
Makes sense.
I have more in common with Keith Moon.
Vlad the Impaler.
What's your favorite
Dude.
band?
My favorite band, it's like tough to say because it's like there's like bands that are very important to me and other like areas where it's like, all right, I like one band because like it has like existential meaning to me, and like one of those is like Senses Fail. Senses Fail is like one of my favorite bands, but it's like also like one of my like it's like the biggest scene band that I ever listened to.
Love that.
But also like the Still Searching album, like that was like my like teenage angst like album. So the entire album's about like finding yourself, right?
Yeah.
And it came out like just a couple years after my dad died, so it's like that's really important to me. But like my favorite death metal band is like Job for a Cowboy.
I would do like the like
Cowboy Vlad.
Census Fail. I would do whoever the lead singer's last name is.
Buddy.
Buddy.
Yo,
Buddy-
Vlad, buddy.
Buddy Vlad.
Buddy Vlad.
What about Vlad Plaid, dude? If you were wearing like plaid shirts and
That could be
shit.
your
I would
thing.
just have to always be in plaid.
Yeah, that could
Yeah,
be like your uniform.
that'd be like your gimmick.
It's your gimmick, yeah.
Yeah, we're
fuck
gonna
yeah.
see Plaid Vlad.
Yeah, I don't know. I just like Vlad. I like just Vlad, you know?
What about just Vlad?
It could be just Vlad.
All right,
But like that's the name, like just.
Vlad.
Like I'm
Vlad.
a superhero.
Yeah.
Yo, it's just Vlad.
Yeah, like everyone who like mispronounces my name, I would just like beat the shit out of them. Like, this is
Honestly,
for-
that would be
this is
kind
for
of
Vlad.
that'd be kind of sick if on the bill it was just it said just Vlad.
Just Vlad.
Like, yo, who you singing? Just Vlad.
Just Vlad.
It's just
That's
Vlad.
kind of dope.
Actually, no, that does make sense because that is a phrase that I say all the time. Because like people like will like look at my ID and they're like, "How do I say your name?" And I'm like, "Just Vlad."
Dude,
That might be good.
I
yeah.
think you should consider that because that's kind of cool.
I think that's it. Yeah, just
Just
Vlad.
Vlad.
Just Vlad.
Just Vlad.
Give it up for Just Vlad. Yeah, you come to the stage.
That's
like,
sick,
"What's
and people
up,
would think
Vlad?"
you're-
Yeah, I just like shuffle on stage like unenthusiastically, like, hey,
Hey, it's just
Hey.
me.
it's just yeah, it's just me.
Just
Vlad.
Vlad.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Okay, so when I come and I'm hosting on Phil's Boy Tavern's Tuesday show,
I'll start writing
you're
it.
gonna be there, and I'm gonna be like, all right,
I won't be
here's
at
just
Tuesday.
Vlad. What?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
gonna be
your
out of town.
business trip.
Yeah,
Business
God's
trip.
truth.
So to
be
go make
fun.
money.
Yeah, I gotta. My flight leaves at like 6 a.m. tomorrow.
Oh shit. Well, we should probably wrap this up.
Red
then.
eye. Yeah, you got to get to bed, dude. It's getting late.
Yeah, buddy.
Jesus.
Night night.
Everyone, thanks for checking out Daddy Home. It's good to have Just Vlad here. Of course, Natalie Moon, Jim Solesky, the whole crew's here today.
Just Jimmy.
Just Jimmy. Yeah. That's good too.
Yeah.
We got Just Jimmy and Just Vlad, and Just Natalie, and
say
Just
my whole
Justin.
name.
Just in Jones.
Just Justin Jones. All right. Go fucking iceberg. What the fuck? Where is it?
It's the one that